Pudding Pals podcast, where the proof is in the pudding, and this pudding, it's thick.
Hi, pals.
Hi.
What's going on?
What's going on? It was Jordyn's birthday.
It was.
Yay.
Happy birthday.
Girls.
How was it? Big 40 fucking one, right?
Big 41. You know, they say you're just kind of getting started in your 40s now, right? Your 40s are your new 30s. I mean, 40 for me consisted of a ton of highs and a ton of lows. And so I think, you know, it's like in retrospect, 40 was like probably a hard year. I used to say like the year my dad passed away was the hardest year of my life. This was probably honestly the hardest year of my life. You know, dealing with Mason's health issues and the unknown for that period.
You had a lot going on.
That period of time really changed me and put me in such a dark place, you know? I've always had anxiety, but like dealing with depression when it came to my son's health and that unknown was just an impossible period of this year for me, you know? And you know, so much came out of it though. Like everything is a learning lesson and he's okay. And that's what's most, you know, most important. And for that, I'm grateful because I know there's so many people out there dealing with so many hard things and their kids are not always okay. So I think a newfound just appreciation for that. And, you know, I'm so grateful for all the people that showed up for us and embraced us during this year because it wasn't an easy time to be his friend or our friends. And you know, some people left and some people stayed and people surprise you and I'm just grateful for my pals. And look, I've had some highs. We started a podcast.
We did, and we're here on the couch.
I'm getting a new a lease on life and a new kind of this new endeavor that's brought us, I know, together so much more and so much joy. And
41's going to be a good year.
41's going to be good. I
think so.
And I spent yesterday with my pals and playing tennis.
And you won.
And
so
I won.
that's a great way to start.
Did you guys let her win?
They may have let me
won.
No.
We've never let Jordyn win.
We'll never let her win.
They might have let me win. So, and just spending time with you girls is really like all I, you know, want at this point, just being around the best people. And I'm so appreciative. And it was funny because on Friday, I had a little celebration with a few other friends, and they brought me cupcakes we were out in Ventura. They brought like an array of cupcake stuff, and in the morning we were testing every
I know where this is going.
And while I was eating it, I thought about that story and I realized you have not told these girls about that story and I'm still mortified for you. And I want the world to be mortified with me for you. Tell the girls that story.
This was not my finest moment. So where do I even begin? So we were in Vegas for my 40th and I come home and sitting outside my front door is a big box of nothing bundt cakes. You guys, you know what those are. So I'm like, wow, someone sent me a box of cakes. That is so nice for my birthday. So I bring it inside and, you know, of course, the day after Vegas, those cupcakes looked delicious. I don't even have a sweet tooth, but I was like, well, these look good. So I'm opening it and it's like the sampler platter.
The buntinis.
Okay? Is that what it is?
The
Buntinis.
So there's about 12, 16, all different flavors. And I'm like, ooh, red velvet, lemon, chocolate, taking a little bite of each. They're so good. But there wasn't a card or anything on it. So now I'm calling the store. I'm emailing corporate. I'm like really trying to figure out who sent me these cakes so I can thank them.
That's so nice of you.
Well,
It is annoying though when you get something
Yeah.
and like then you feel bad.
And it came on Uber Eats, so now I'm trying to call Uber Eats. It was a whole thing, okay? But meanwhile, while I'm trying to figure out who sent them to me, I'm just taking a little bit of each. Like it literally looked like a rat got to it because it was just a mess. So then the next day, I still hadn't figured out who sent it. No one knows. I get a text from my neighbor who just had a baby. Hey girl, did you happen to get a nothing bundt cakes delivered? And I was like,
What are you talking about?
the poor girl just had a baby. There's half-eaten crumbs.
Just like a hungover situation.
Like, it was a mess. And so I apologized. I'm sorry for eating your cake.
That's so funny.
You're lucky she's so nice.
Did you replace them?
What?
Did you replace them? Wow. Wow. I mean, to be fair, she just had a baby. I doubt that was like the top of her mind.
I bet you that's exactly what she wanted.
Actually,
it was the whole box.
I would have been like,
We all over bunk cakes on Stephanie's behalf.
Alexa's a better
Putting
host than I am, I guess.
Sending you some bunk cakes.
I guess that would have been the right thing to do. Instead, I just said sorry.
They were great. You missed out.
We know where you're going after this.
She's placing the order right now.
That is so.
You guys would enjoy that story.
Did you at least send her a picture of what it looked like? Like, this could have been.
That would have gone viral.
No, I think I just said I'm sorry. I thought it was for my birthday. I'm like just like mortified, like crawled under a table and like didn't come out for a long time.
That's a great story, Steph.
Anyways.
We won't let you live it down. We won't let you live it down.
Now I'm just gonna send you like bundt cakes.
Yeah,
just
just
like
all
this
the time.
With no heart.
And by the way, I don't even like cake. Like like that isn't even something I would normally eat.
Bitch, your neighbor thinks otherwise.
I like go to throw it away in the dark, like at night, you know.
I saw you. I saw that box.
Really bad.
That's really funny. So on today's episode is part mom life, part glam life, and all about keeping it real. You've probably seen her on CNN, Access Hollywood, People TV, serving up all the hot takes, interviewing all the celebrities, and has the coolest style.
The best.
Adrianna Costa is here, and we can't wait to talk to her. So let's bring her in.
Let's do it.
Welcome to the Pudding Pals podcast.
Adrianna, welcome to the Pudding Pals podcast.
How did you come up with this name? I need to know. I can't be the first to ask.
You're definitely not the first.
She'll give you the compressed version.
So we all had a group chat, you know, we're all moms at the same school. We went on a few trips. We were called something else. I don't even know what it was called. And then we went to a summer outdoor soiree barbecue, it was called. And Stacy decided, one of our other pals decided to bring pudding to the party. And we're like, it's like a catered event. Like, you don't need to bring anything. She's like, no, I want to bring something, whatever. She's like, I'm bringing pudding. We're like, no, that's crazy. Her husband's like, do not bring pudding. She's like, I'm bringing pudding, whatever. She brings pudding in a Pyrex like bowl
Right.
to this thing. She opens it. First of all, there's like edible flowers all over it. It's like looks
Rose
like
water
rose
pudding
water,
is what she
cottage.
calls
Making it sound much nicer than it actually was.
Okay.
It was disgusting.
It looks like a cottage cheese yeast infection.
It
very
was like the
yeasty.
hottest day of the summer.
Right.
It would have looked really nice had it been
Heather, you're
not
so nice.
hot.
Not
Heather, no. It would have never looked nice. She should have never been bringing a bowl of porridge to a catered. It was a beautiful outdoor party. So we ended up taking pictures with it.
And we tasted it. It was vile. It was vile.
Poor friend.
Yeah.
So
It's
we're
okay.
forever known as the
Pudding
Pudding
pals.
Pals.
Because I was going to say at least if it was spiked or something, that would have been great.
No, it was just absolutely disgusting.
But she did
Absolutely
make us some
disgusting.
vanilla pudding a few weeks ago, and it's amazing. So
She's
she's
redeemed
redeemed
herself.
herself.
There it
completely.
is. Okay, now she has to give the recipe on
So
camera.
we're the pudding pals. The husbands are the pudding pops. The kids are the pudding pups. It's
Oh,
like
this has like been a thing.
It's a thing now. Yeah, it's a thing.
Got
bigger
it.
thing
Our
than
kids
ever
love it. They love it.
The kids love it. Yeah.
Are they so proud of you guys for doing this?
Yeah, our husbands.
No, kids. Who
kids.
cares about the men?
Oh, our kids just want to know when we can hook them up with like the famous YouTuber.
Of
Yes.
course, I know.
They want Mr. Beast.
That's
My
an easy
son's
get.
like, when are you getting the play button? I'm like, what? He's like, the YouTube play button. And I was like, I mean, come on.
Right, but I bring it up only because it's funny when I was in Boulder, Colorado, where I went to school like a couple weeks ago, and you know, they were a couple of the young kids were like, "Oh, what do you do?" And I said, in TV media. Yeah, I work on Access Hollywood. They're like, "Huh?" And then I was like, "Well," and then I'm bringing my podcast back. Oh, you have a podcast? So like that is everything to them, right?
That's so funny. Well, growing up, I would think Access Hollywood would be like,
Same.
what?
That's, and I still think like that's kind of like a great gig, but nobody. But the point is, look at how it's changed. Times have really, really transformed, especially in this industry.
It's totally.
So congrats to you girls.
Thank you.
Well, first question, what's harder, interviewing celebrities or getting your kids out the door?
I mean, there's zero comparison. Zero comparison. There's a lot of screaming with the kids and a lot of coddling with the celebrities. And you would think it would be the other way around. But no, I love journalism. I love broadcasting, celebrities, and not just celebrities, but interesting people in all different walks of life. I always, like, as you can see, I started this interview by asking you questions. It's sort of like a natural space for me. My kids are extremely difficult. They're terrorists.
Welcome.
Yeah, we still are obsessed with them.
Yes.
They're so cute. That's what I say.
You know,
you're lucky you're cute.
Yeah, my son asked me today, why do we have to love each other, like as family? Like he didn't understand why I love him so much. He's like, we're just people. I'm like, no, you are me.
Yeah.
Like, you're part of me.
Exactly.
You're my blood and guts and DNA and genetics, and that's why we love each other so much more. So there's
Oh my
the
God,
long.
that's so cute. How old are your children?
Mine are, my son is 11 and my daughter's 8. And I'm telling you, what I've realized at least so far is the girls are way harder.
Oh my God.
Way harder.
Yes.
So thank God.
Okay. The boys are really, at least what I've seen, but they love their mommies so much.
They do.
And the girls just are sassy. At the same time, my 8-year-old who's really asserting her independence right now, like I'm really happy about that because ultimately,
That's what you want.
right. And these are gifts that are going to take her far, but for right now, it's just been,
Well, don't you feel like you're arguing with yourself? I'm arguing, I'm like yelling at her, and then I'm like, wait, I'm just yelling at myself. This is literally me.
Right.
She is me. Like, she is me to a T, and it's, I don't know, I'm just like, I can't.
But
like,
the sassiness
Oh, it's
is
so
out
sassy.
of
It's
control.
so
My
sassy.
mom even looks at my daughter and is like, Adrianna, you were never like that. Like, she's like to the extreme. But
how do you not laugh? Sometimes I'm like if I'm in a good mood, If I have no patience that day, I'm like, hey, it doesn't fly. But if I'm in a good mood, I'm like, it's funny. Like, you're sassy and funny. Like,
right.
like, you're
funny, I will give you. I will totally give you.
What's that saying? Like, raising strong women, like it's so hard to raise these young women
Not for
that
the
like
week. It's
it's not for I don't know. There's a saying about it. We'll find out later. But it's so true. It's like good luck.
And it's it is hard.
Maybe
But
raise them. Maybe.
Oh yeah. We're constantly looking for those sayings on this show.
And
I
we
feel
never
like,
get
but
them
we
right.
can never fully get there.
there's too many. That's why my whole life is one idiom. It's like I don't and like pulling out these comments and whatever, and I'm like, and I butcher them too. So
There we go.
at least maybe that's a mom thing. Maybe that's the commonality. We can't quite get there. We're almost there, but not quite there.
The thought that counts.
There she got one. Ding, ding, ding.
Does your daughter ever watch you when you're like filming or working? Does she ever sit behind the scenes while you're doing, your podcast
On
or one
set?
of your shows or on? Yeah.
They've tried to before, and she's asked to come on set at Access, where it is very much still like an awesome production. You have 30 people behind the scenes who are kicking butt, and hair and makeup, which is still fun, and like that's what I grew up with, which is like this is what show business is. I love, and I still can walk on any set and just like feel it. I get so excited and hyped up by the energy of it all. Still show business. Very much more like toned down at my own house where I'm doing interviews.
Is that where you do your podcast?
Now I do the podcast out of our out of our house, and so sometimes they'll like try to pop in or they get excited. Or my son scrolled on YouTube the other day and saw one of my clips and got excited about that. But they still are kind of like they get it, I'm not by any stretch, a celebrity compared to what like they see and what we see, right? Like we're surrounded by
But their
it all the
celebrities
time.
are also very different as to what we believe celebrities were. Like,
100%.
Also, my kids, they haven't watched or listened to many of the episodes, but they did catch a clip on YouTube, and they think I'm a celebrity.
Oh, because I saw it on YouTube.
Because I'm on YouTube.
That's
And
right.
they're-
You're official,
I'm like a real big deal in the house.
But
which
that's
is-
what I'm saying.
Verified now. Thank you.
I mean, but I imagine you're actually, really on TV, and
They
you've
don't,
been
but
doing
my
it.
daughter especially, like she doesn't care. She just like floats through. She's like, "You're annoying." She, the same thing you hear over and over. Funny enough, though, they'll recognize my voice if they hear that. They're like, "Oh, there she is." But again, like the business, all is changed dramatically. Like too, Glenn. Obviously, like this has been. It went. Put it this way: the playing field is so even now. The fact that anyone can have a podcast show and anyone can get and be successful is awesome.
Yeah.
So like even my mom will say to me, "Who's been on your show recently?" And I'll just kind of give her some names. She's like, "Who?" But maybe they're not known to her.
But a different generation.
100%. Or like, they've got a very niche audience but they're able to make a business with that. So it's just powerful, interesting people from all over the land.
Yes, for
It's
sure.
more of like a meritocracy too. I feel like it's not the typical industry. Oftentimes, who do you know? Who do you are you related to, etc. This is sort of like you said. Anyone can kind of get out there, and if their content speaks to people, that's all that really matters. Which is, I think, kind of.
What about like the red carpet? You still do a lot of red carpet stuff, right?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, so I'm just curious, like, how is that? Is that different or changed or?
I mean, the red carpets are so much smaller now. It's wild. Yesterday we went to the Smurfs premiere, and that was like major. Paramount pulled out all the stops. You have like this beautiful carpet. Rihanna shows up, and all the big stars in the movie.
So fun.
But that is not what I mean. That used to be 7 of those a weekend. Now it's maybe one every like couple weeks that's big like that. And it used to be a huge press line. And it would start with ET, Entertainment Tonight, Access Hollywood, Extra, E, and then kind of go down the line. And a lot of those big outlets don't even show up anymore.
Really?
You'll once in a while, but like obviously for a Mission Impossible or these like mega big budget films or like big summer movies, a lot of times franchises or children's movies, like people will show up for that. But any sort of kind of independent film, even if there's a star, you don't get a big, you just don't get a big press push anymore. Which is, so that just means that like my business, not mine, but what I do as a business you had to transform. Like it had to be, evolve. And it had to start going into like, doing partnerships with different brands, or like I work a lot with Simon Property Group, which does like all like, like the big, they do like crystals in Vegas, and they do the Desert Hills Premium Outlets. Yes, but I was working for Extra before in Vegas, and then lived there. But anyway, point is, I mean, Extra just laid off like another 30 people. Billy Bush left the
So
show.
sad,
It's like a different
It is so
beast.
sad. It's so different.
So
yeah,
different.
it's like what we grew up on.
But let me ask you a question: are you watching the entertainment shows, or are you getting the news through Instagram?
I'm getting the news through, I'm
There you
getting the
go. Or
clips.
TMZ
I mean, I do
or
like that
whatever.
anxiety scroll at night, that TikTok scroll where I'm just like on there, but that's where I find all my information. Like, what to wear here, what to wear there, like,
Totally.
where's the newest restaurant, like, what's this celebrity doing? But I also like don't really follow celebrities anymore.
That's the whole thing.
like
'cause
I
there aren't
follow
any.
like influencers.
Tell me who like the biggest new celebrity is. There's no like young
Tom Cruise.
mega stars. There
Right.
aren't. And we've talked about this forever. I think it was going out for, and you read all the articles about, is Hollywood dead? Is it dying? I don't think so. I think it's actually going to come back in a different way, maybe even bigger and better, like you said, based on meritocracy in a way. But to say that there hasn't been this huge downturn and shift is just, that would be silly, because there is. And a celebrity is not like one megastar anymore. It's like a lot of people who are doing it pretty well, I think.
Well, you also see like influencers now becoming like actors and actresses, and you're just like, like,
Or reality TV
should
stars.
they really be on that TV show? Like,
Reality TV stars taking on hosting jobs and podcasting, and so everyone's kind of like in this fluid, situation. That's
So what do you have to do? You have to know every sort of skill, in my opinion, for like young people watching. You have to know every part of the job. I went to school for 4 years to learn how to, be a broadcaster and edit and like put a video. Now you have CapCut and it's done in a second. So right? So like
Danielle's just learned how to use it.
it's hard. Social media is a beast.
It is a
Like,
beast.
It's a beast.
And it takes a long time. You have to
takes-
put the clips out and all of this stuff, and make sure you're interacting with the people who are writing you so that you get it. I know.
I'm like yelling at them, guys, did you comment? Did you comment back? They're like, I'm like, no, right now.
Post right now.
I'm like, in a group chat, we're live. Like,
But you're lucky to have somebody like that telling you to, so that.
see, girls, see?
I'm on your side. No. But it's just, what I think you said it perfectly. It's a beast. It really takes up so much time.
Yeah.
And then that leads me to another point, which is like, it is about kind of carving out that time, and then the rest of it trying to be a human in like this real world. Yeah. I heard the scariest statistic because I started getting down the rabbit hole with AI and everything.
Tell
listening
us.
to all that. So when it was Mo Gadot who was on. Do you listen to The Diary of a CEO? No. It's an incredible podcast, a lot about technology and like the coming wave and what's happening in AI and how it's transformed our lives and blah blah blah. And he basically said, we're going to live 8 hour. Wait, what did he say? He said, I don't know the exact number, but it was like 8 hours of our day out of this reality and in an alternate universe. And I was like, what does that mean? 8 hours of our day? But if you think about it, we're already doing it.
Yeah.
I'm already on my phone that much.
1,000%.
Think about it. So
1,000%.
it's really sick and scary, and we live in this digital world. We went from industrial to digital, and
Right.
so how do you kind of get back to reality, this reality?
Well, telling your kids to get off their iPads. As I'm like this, trying to figure out how to make highlights on an Instagram. I'm like, get off your iPad.
Right, and don't you feel hypocritical?
Yeah,
about
totally, for sure.
that? I know.
For sure.
I know we all do. It's hard, but it's hard to balance, everything. And that's why I feel like so much of even we're in summer right now. So it's like when your kids are home and they're like, don't have anywhere to be or do, it's hard to like, when you have work to do to not to take away their electronics and to do that. But I know it's hard, which kind of leads me to my next question. How do you balance it all? Motherhood, work, marriage?
Okay, so the goal is balance, right?
Yeah.
The goal. And what I like to say, is that, it's never 100% balanced, and a lot of shit falls through the cracks, and you have to be okay with that. And, I guess sort of if I was going to give like specific things I do to try to stay balanced is block off a
Drink.
ding, 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 ding. She got it.
Come on.
Ding, ding, ding.
It's to to try to have like that block of time where you're working in the morning, and then making sure that you go, and whether it's a workout or a walk or whatever it is, getting in touch with nature again, and then making sure that there's still the time for your husband. I feel like my husband is the one who always feels last on the list.
Sure.
Do you guys?
My husband said
my
to me, you've been on
husband
your
too.
phone for the last 3 days. What are you doing? I'm like, I'm trying to get this podcast off the ground. Like, come on.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I get it, but it's like, you're stuck. You've been sitting in the same chair, I feel like, for 3 days. Every time I come upstairs, you're sitting in this chair working on.
It's true. It
I'm
takes
like,
a lot
no,
of
I
work.
feel bad. Like, I feel bad, but he definitely is the last one to be taken care of.
And it's such an important part, and I feel bad for them too.
Yeah.
I really, really do. I'm not like saying that jokingly, but I feel bad for them, but also the whole flip of that is if you want a powerful woman, which sometimes I question whether they do or not.
Right, because on paper is one thing, but the reality of
Thank you.
wait, you can't
Exactly.
answer my call, you're not busy, you can't do drop off.
Yeah. Right.
I have a meeting I didn't tell you about, you have to take the kids to school. I'm like,
Well,
it's a working mom.
Right.
No, I cannot. Sorry.
I totally agree that on paper it's one thing. Like my wife works, she hustles, she's a boss, da da da. And then exactly what you're saying, okay? But like my husband knew what he was getting into. I work, I will always work in some capacity or another. And so he does kind of get the short end of the stick sometimes. I think what's important is to try to reconnect with like going out on dates and things. What I've noticed recently has been tough is like traveling. We traveled with our kids. Or like date nights, sometimes they want to come because we are in the summer stuff. So I guess like I don't really have it balanced.
More than me, you do. So I can promise you that.
I try to, but
At least taking care of your husband.
why do you feel like why?
I live in the most unbalanced realm
Well,
of
what
life.
is yours? Why?
We
why?
just
What's-
found out before we started that Jordyn is also a whiner. So
Oh, you're a whiner. Not a wino, a whiner.
Whiner and wino.
Yeah, we're both.
But I'm just unbalanced in the sense that I have my two boys are 8 and 6 years old. My 8-year-old has a lot of anxiety, so he sleeps in our bed. Then we try to go on date nights, and he's just getting to a place where he went through a lot, and he didn't like us both leaving at the same time. So that obviously, that affects your marriage if you're not able to leave the home at the same time, if you're not sleeping in bed together. So we are in therapy, everyone now, to try to get back to a better place. And, we want to get there. It's just like, managing our son's anxiety and then managing us as a couple, but making it all a priority,
All a priority, and also like you want to have some time to yourself, right?
I do.
Do
So
you-
I really want time to myself. I love being
Okay,
by
alone.
myself.
Same.
I hate to say that, but I do.
love it so
I
much.
love being
It's
alone.
almost like we're flawed for that, but I
Yeah.
think the more that you have on your plate, maybe the more you crave the alone time. I do. And that could
That
just
makes me
look
feel better.
like reading a book next to my partner, but not necessarily having to talk to him.
Yeah.
And like for him, he might want his time where he gets fulfilled is by like looking at me and talking to me.
Oh,
Or
this is
touching.
the same conversation in our bed.
You guys have this?
Yeah, because I want to get in bed. It's finally my time to decompress. But like he watches, like he loves to watch shows. I'm just like not a TV person like that. So I sit on my phone. It's just like relaxes me. I'm looking at things. I'm researching.
Zoning
And
out.
he just like either if we watch a show, I'm still on my phone. He's like, pay attention. Like how I'm like I can multitask. I know what's happening.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
And he's just like I hate getting in bed and we just like don't connect. And I was like, because it's my time to be like alone.
I feel this is a great therapy session. I feel the same. You girls are not weighing in, so what's the deal? You don't have that?
No, I definitely have that. I feel like I want him close to me, but I don't want him to actually talk to me. Just be like near
I
me.
love that.
And that I know you're there. I want to be able to like reach out and touch you, but I don't want you right here.
You want
and
a stuffed animal.
I want to, I want a stuffed animal.
Dogs are amazing.
I do have a
Dogs
dog,
are
but she won't
amazing
cuddle me either.
places.
But I think, we're all so overstimulated and like there's so many demands on all of us, moms, women, working, not working, whatever. It's just, and I think it's a generational thing. I don't think it was like this last, like 2 generations ago. I'm not quite sure why it's changed, but it definitely has. And I think, we all need more time to ourselves. And I don't feel bad about it. I really don't. I really don't. I feel like we deserve it, we need it, and we have to be intentional about that. So.
It is definitely what changed, obviously, is that women have become more focused on their own careers, right? For one. And for two, so whereas we used to be homemakers most of the time, so that added a really big element. And then I do believe it's like this idea of trying to be the very best at everything all the time. And so that, of course, things are going to slip through the cracks, right?
Right.
It's natural. Not beating yourself up too much is like a big
thing, and not trying to, prior guests, we had this phrase, it was like the suburban comparison trap. It was Jonathan, and he was talking about how, you get trapped in comparison, and I think maybe social media has a lot to do with it, and, I don't personally fall victim to that, but it's taken me time and effort to get to a place where I'm very comfortable. I don't really care what anyone else is doing. But it took me time to get to that place, and I think that might be part of it too. We see everything on social media, or this person's son is on All Stars, or this person's son got into this college, or her daughter's getting married, or blah blah blah, and we don't have to all be doing that, right?
Right,
We're
I
all
totally agree
fine.
with you. I feel the same though as you, whereas like I'm actually genuinely happy for people who I see.
Yeah.
Especially when you're at a good place in your life.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like, go on that
girl.
trip.
Yeah.
I want to see that outfit.
Yeah.
Where are you now?
But that's
like,
what
I
makes
love
this
that.
like this.
That's how we
work.
all came together.
celebration
Because
of
we
each
were
other.
9 moms who actually cheered each other on.
Yeah.
And putting this podcast together, we saw people who didn't cheer us on, and it was just so like, it's just nice because, I mean, I think we're in a good place, and you can tell when people are in a good place and when they're not.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fully
For the most of the time. Or fake it. I don't know.
Well, it does depend on the day, doesn't it? Like if you're feeling like shit and you see somebody in San Tropez living their best life, you might be like,
I wish I was in San Tropez.
exactly. Unfollow.
We want to talk about your signature style. You're effortlessly chic. And
Really?
I know.
yeah. And
Show them your shoes.
you know,
So cute.
At all times.
how do you
The higher the hill. the
what are
closer to
your
God.
go-to
God.
pieces? What do you look for every morning? What
Oh my God. Okay. So my best friend owns 4 stores in Chicago and would laugh if she heard you guys because they always joke how I have the worst style.
Oh my god.
No. Oh my God.
So
we're
you're
not
always
taking it on
probably
Instagram.
helps me through.
Show her this clip.
Say, well,
sure, no,
Chicago is very different than LA, I feel like, right?
She's very chic because she owns all these stores, the fashion stores. So like they're very much on like at the cutting edge of everything. My personal style, I would say, and by the way, thank you. That's so sweet because like I don't consider myself like a fashionista by any stretch. So my personal style is very basic. I love like denim and a t-shirt. You know, is everything to me with a great bag and a pair of heels. I will never be caught dead in flats, ever, because I'm short. It's heels, it's wedges, it's boots with like a chunky heel, something. A flat form, I don't care what it is,
Like
but give me
everywhere.
height. Give me height, the higher the heel, the closer to God. My sneakers have a lift on them.
Okay.
This is not a joke. My slippers have a lift on them.
Oh, I love it.
I'm 5'4" and I think I'm 5'8". Like I was just like, I may have been born in this body, but I'm really not. But that's
I
okay.
know.
I walk around like I'm like I don't know what it was like to be 5'4" anymore. I only know what it's like to be like 5'7".
No, like I'm always like, we need to like lift ourselves up. Lift up.
You know, actually, the only time I'm barefoot, which is funny because my other like humongous hobby and what I love so much in life is hot yoga, but that's the only time I'm barefoot. So, thank you again. That's so sweet. And so here are my if there's any secrets, what I do, I shop at the Real all the time.
Oh, I love the Real.
That's my jam right there
love the Real
because it's environmentally great, and I do believe in circular fashion, and I don't like. There's no need for me to buy brand new. I like to buy gently used. Then I also do Rent the Runway for work.
Oh, I used to love Rent the Runway.
Okay, now
It was a lot better.
Okay.
And my friend was a stylist for them, so she made it very easy. And they used to have a store, like a physical store here in Topanga, the Village.
I think I knew that.
And so she would pull pieces, and then my account, she would like heart things. So when I had events to go to, she's like, "You're
Just
good.
take
Just
this."
like look in your account. You have everything you need."
Exactly.
Amazing. Now when I tried to do it, I'm like,
And
I don't
I
know,
agree with
page 18. I'm still not finding anything. Like,
Here's the secret.
Okay, what's the
you
secret?
have to go to new arrivals for them because I will get dresses now like a Simkai dress that's never been worn and is in perfect condition. You wear it once and you return it. And the thing is, like, I don't want a ton of stuff in my wardrobe. It overwhelms me. I'm actually like a minimalist, really. You do? You love stuff?
More is more.
More is more,
Shein,
okay.
Amazon, that's me. I like everything. The more I can have, the more.
Right, it fills you
It
up.
fills me up. I love it. More is more with clothing to
And
me.
it stresses me the hell out.
No, because it's
want
like
it all
I
out of
have
the
a pair
house.
of jeans I love. I have the shirt. Then it's like I'm done with it. Then I have another.
So what do you do with it? Sell?
No, I wear it. It
Okay,
goes back
back.
to clothes. I definitely wear it. But you know, like you get a shirt for like $8. It's like, or a dress, and everyone's like, oh, that's amazing. It's like $10.
And you're like, it's Amazon.
Then she like buys it in 5 colors, 5 patterns, and
I'm a deal and dupes girl, you know.
I love that too.
Yeah,
no,
that's
that's a
me.
great thing. But and also like I was laughing with my kids the other day because we were. I mean, my parents. My dad was a doctor and like everything was fine, but my mom, both my parents are immigrants, so my parents grew up with nothing, came here, built it up themselves, and so my mom had that immigrant mentality, which is like very unique. I don't know if any of you, anyway. So she was, and we're Jewish, so she's extra cheap, and so we would.
that's like my family, but they were Yeah, they're extra treat.
Okay, so she would get me like an outfit to wear for family photos and then return it after. I remember it was like the one nice guest outfit at the time in the 80s. That was everything that I got. And I was like, wait, don't take it back. I can't wear it again. But point is.
Just tuck that tag in.
Right, exactly.
Like you have a tag on, I know. Leave it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the kids. I occasionally have worked the school photos, and you'll see a kid come in full Burberry or like full
stop
Gucci,
it.
and the tag's just hanging off the back. And I'm like, dude, your kid didn't need the designer things for you to return it tomorrow. You could have got that on Shein, a copy.
Oh my God, that's
Or send them
hilarious
in
though.
Target for their school photo. That's what I'm saying. Like,
My kid's Burberry would have been not looked like Burberry anymore. It would have been like splat in 2 minutes.
I think the mom was probably waiting outside the door to take it off them, right?
100%. Stripped
But I
down.
saw that last year. I was like, these parents are crazy.
But so that was the thing. That's one thing I want to say though is like never anything retail unless it's like an absolute must that you know you're gonna have your whole life. Everything for discount.
Love that.
But I do love kind of like high-end luxury or consignment because you can find good pieces and whatever else. So, but I'm a basic
So you
bitch
ever
at
in
the end
sweats?
of the day. Sweats, yeah.
Okay,
lots
so
of
what do you
sweats.
wear for like drop off, morning drop off?
Oh, that's a great
Heels?
question.
Slipper heels?
I got the fuzzies on the front. It's gotta have a lift. I mean, you could ask any one of my friends.
That's so funny.
100% there's a lift. Okay. I will wear a kitten heel with mini shorts, totally inappropriate, and I fucking love it. I love it. And they're like, really? That's what you're wearing to pick up? But I want to feel good and I want to have fun. And, my husband did tell me the other day I had to throw out a pair of shorts because he's like, I can see through like the front. I'm like, but I'm wearing a bodysuit. He's like, absolutely not. And
I
you
know
wanna
that. I don't want anyone else to find that out.
Right? Do you guys get that from your husbands? I usually don't, but he did. He
My
threw
husband
that.
would love if I walked around half naked.
Seth's husband is just horny.
I
So
walked
I
around
was
half
just gonna
naked,
follow up with we didn't talk about it because I feel like you and I can't hang out with our husbands in bed because they're too like if I'm sitting with my husband in bed, he is.
I
I'm
get
like,
that.
can you leave
Yes,
me
yes.
alone?
Okay, so right.
So I avoid being in bed with him until I need to be.
That's why I was laughing when you guys were like, I'm alone, but my husband's there. I'm like,
Never.
no, my alone time is literally me by myself, door closed.
You have to
no-
leave the house or
Yes.
shut
lock the
everybody
door.
else
Yes.
out.
Or he has to leave.
My husband only comments when I am wearing something like unsexy. Like I came down on Mother's Day in a pair of jorts, okay?
Jorts,
And
yes.
I walked down the stairs thinking I look hip. I am
Yeah, those are
cool,
hip now.
I'm ready to go to brunch, and he's like, "What's going on?"
They don't get it. They don't get that
it.
style.
And so I only get those kind of comments like. Are those jeans like 10 sizes too big on you? Are they supposed to be like that? I'm like, that's a look.
Yeah. The guys.
He's like, not your look, Jordyn, not yours.
Or a football jersey, and he wouldn't say a word. Like he wouldn't notice either way. So
They're all so different. We just love them though. We love them. What was I going to tell you? Oh, that's right. We were talking, and now that I'm 44, and then my husband was like, "Oh, well, if you want to get your boobs done, you can, like lifted, which I was like, oh wow, okay. And then I thought long and hard. I was like, I maybe I will. Like he would never tell me that unless he did. Okay. And then I was like, wait, I'm gonna get them lifted, and then you're never gonna stop touching me. Like I'm out.
I'm good.
Good. No surgery.
Exactly.
Well, they're, that's because I have a bra. I have a bra on right now. But I can't do those like strapless dresses. I mean, strapless, yes, but like the
have to- all the
open
tape?
backs and the stuff. Like,
I just use those chicken cutlets and like tape them back where they belong.
Is that-
like these little?
does
tapes.
that work?
Yeah,
So like I have heavy boobs, so it doesn't work for me
but
the
for
way
me
it
it
works
does.
for her.
I just put them.
So like certain
tape
things
them back
I can
where they belong.
I
the
can-
cutlets will actually
cutlets,
stay.
I
They
love
have, like,
them.
I used to
stickies.
use duct tape, you guys.
yeah.
So before and then like
Oh, I use duct tape. Oh, that hurts when you take that off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then I used athletic tape. That's like meant
Yeah, you
more
told
for
me
your
about
skin.
that.
The KT tape.
Yeah, but it was
it's a lot better.
too
It's like
small for me.
it's very. You have to have a lot, especially your
A
boobs.
little too narrow for
It's
me.
like this narrow. Yeah, Stephanie needs.
You.
I'm like strapped.
No
like
wonder
12
your
to-
husband won't leave you alone.
Well, it's funny. I was actually trying on an outfit. I ordered a bunch of stuff, and I was trying something on. It had like buttons up the front, and of course, it doesn't close right here. And I'm like, see, this is why I need a reduction. No. And I'm like, you don't even let me finish the sentence.
He loves you. That's really sweet.
So he loves the boob. Loves the boob.
He's so cute.
Yeah.
It's really cute when it's another couple. It's a really cute when it's another couple.
Yeah. She's like,
I feel bad for Glenn, you guys. It's like Dr.
Glenn
T
listens
and the
to this
women
all
are just
day.
Glenn
like,
loves it. He
Glenn,
loves
are you
it.
no.
married? Oh, okay.
Do you have someone for him?
I would love to set you up.
Yes.
This is my favorite
Our
pastime.
executive producer, Glenn, is, for everyone that doesn't know, he is single and ready to
He's
mingle.
so cute. Okay.
Come on in, Glenn. You got to show you.
Okay.
what's
Glenn, we
that
got to get
show?
your Instagram handle. Pop it on the screen.
What's that show where they made like was it like Regis and Kathy Lee? Like now I'm aging myself, really.
I love
But, like,
Regis and Kathy Lee. Oh my God, I remember that.
Where they were always talking to their producer, right?
Yeah,
Off the-
Gelman.
Yes, you're our Gelman now. I love
Better
it.
than being part of the whack.
Ellen did it
on
with Howard
Howard
Stern.
Stern.
Yeah.
I've been talking to JD Harmeyer on Instagram. Like, I love that guy. I love Howard Stern so much.
My
God,
dad
he's
loved
the-
Howard
he's the
Stern.
best. By the way, the reason any of us are doing this right now is because of Howard.
Yeah.
That guy, there's no better interviewer on the planet Earth. He knows what's up. He's so funny. He doesn't
so
give a
funny.
shit. He's irreverent. He's like, and by the way, been on the air for how many years now?
Yeah,
Like
a million.
Longer
million.
than we've
I
been
don't
alive.
Yeah.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
I love his movie too. What's
Oh, Private Parts.
I love
Remember that?
movie.
Yeah.
Such a
So with all of the, I mean, Howard Stern's amazing. I feel like this is a good answer to this question. But what other celebrity moment or celebrity that you've met that, like, kind of like, yeah, like changed the way you thought of things or made you emotional?
Your
or
favorite
just kind of,
interview.
yeah.
Favorite interview ever.
I would have said Dave Matthews before, but he got too political for me, which really upset me. And so then, like, that was my hero. I had such a great interview with him. And then, you know, when you bring politics to a show, that's when you lose me. So I was like, I'm out. And by politics, I mean like everything in the Middle East. Because you can have your views, by the way, love it. Democracy makes the world go round. I don't care. I have friends who have different views. But when you're all showing up for one love, which is the music, and for escapism, and then you're going to hammer your view, when it's not discourse, by the way, you're sending it out there. Nobody can speak back to you, right? That's a one-sided conversation. Doesn't work for me. So on that note, can you tell I'm slightly bitter? I followed him for so long.
Yeah, no,
and
it's like when your dream
dedicated.
is, you're like,
Crushed.
oh,
Exactly.
the bubble is bursted.
Exactly.
I feel like a lot of celebrities are like musicians do that. Like you go to a concert, you go to a show, and then they all of a sudden start their old political shit, and then you're like, "Gee, like we aren't here for that.
I will say, going to Coldplay, they did, but they brought it in more of the, not just their point of view. They were like, we just want love.
Peace,
for
love.
every-" That was beautiful. And they even brought up the like Middle East fight where they brought up like both sides of the stage. And
That's
they're
right.
like, this is what we just want peace and unity and love for everyone. And
That
was nice.
is 100% great. I agree with you. Like you want to make a blanket statement about peace, love, and we need to get rid of war or whatever, okay? Because like how can you argue with that?
Right.
But when you're polarizing,
Yes,
your
just
opinions are
one-sided.
polarizing, and then a whole section of your audience is alienated, and you know you're offending them, and then you're doing it over and over, doubling down, like I'm so out.
It's also presumptuous. I don't like it when people speak. They think they're like speaking down. Like, not that Coldplay musicians, artists can't also be incredibly knowledgeable. They can, but that's not why I'm here, right? Like, I don't need you to tell me that how to think while I'm here to enjoy.
And that's the thing, like
something.
go on your diatribe, no problem with that.
Right.
On a news program,
Right.
on your Instagram, whatever. I don't care. You're a person with views. You're allowed to have that. That's not what I'm saying.
100%.
It's just the wrong time, wrong place, wrong venue.
I get that.
So that, but as far as who I love, I mean,
Yeah.
Johnny Depp in Paris was not a bad interview.
Wow.
That was unbelievable in a hotel room.
When
like,
was that?
Was this before the trial or after?
This was
I
way
know. I was like,
This was way before. This was when he was doing like his movies. I mean, we grew up with him, right? And so like I loved him growing up. He was such a wonderful interview. There's just so many good ones. I'm trying to think if like anybody
Was there
really
a bad one?
Yeah, what's your craziest?
The craziest. Not bad. What's the craziest?
What's your craziest
It's not.
interview
It's
you've
not
ever had?
bad. You know what I would say to you? Oh, I remember afterwards with like Anne Hathaway. I had just done the Oscars,
Oh, that
and
she got just like hammered.
I
after
know,
that.
and she was with
James Franco.
Thank you, James Franco. And we did an interview,
her,
and I remember like here's the inner workings of how it all went down. But like I was at Extra, and their question was, they wanted us to obviously talk about what had happened at the Oscars, but not in like, you guys sucked kind of way, just like, I think there was a specific question, not even a what happened. It was kind
interview
of
her
like,
and
how
not bring it
it was
up
right
at that
after, and I
time.
think it was James Franco who met, and then it kind of blew up into your host asked us these inappropriate questions and blah, 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 but it's like the whole philosophy of an entertainment news organization for that matter, is if it's making headlines, it's kind of fair game.
Of course.
And if you do it in a gentle way. I also am older now to the point where I don't like, even though yes, I love to get like those juicy nuggets, I don't need to go in and just go for that, like for the kill. It feels uncomfortable, disingenuous. Yes, I'm getting the breaking news, but like, if it's too outside of what we're talking about, I don't need to get it. A great interview was Gavin Rosdale on my podcast, because he broke some fun news about him and Gwen Stefani, like, and how kind of about co-parenting. So that was cool. That was a good one. I've interviewed Rihanna, was amazing.
I would
Do you ever
die.
get nervous? Are you
Yes.
like, so
Alexa's
you do?
dying for Rihanna.
Every
If
time.
I can smoke a joint with anyone in the world, Rihanna is number one on my list. I just want to sit, her and Chelsea Handler, like us three, sit with a joint and
You'd have the
go
best
skiing
time.
topless. Like, I'll do it. I'm not even a good skier, and I'll figure it out.
Get on,
I'll
get down there.
tumble down the hill, I'm fine.
I will tell you, the bigger stars are usually the better stars to interview. They have, they're not pretentious. They have nothing to prove. They are so kind. They're so cool. It's the ones who, like, if they're hiding something or they're like not as big as they want to be, and like, you know, sometimes
Or
they
taking
can be
themselves way
too seriously.
seriously.
You've seen it happen a million times. I mean, you know. So it's just like, that's lame to me. But I mean, also like way back in the day, we used to stand around for 7 hours to interview Lindsay Lohan. Like, those
my
were the
God,
kind
that's
of
a really
moments
funny one.
That's a good one.
that were not, to me, it was like, it was just, first of all, she was the best interview. She would always like divulge everything, but you're standing on a red carpet and she would never show up, and then you're like, what the hell? It's funny because I was listening to Billy Bush on his podcast, and he remembers all those times too, where celebrities could,
show.
they could not show up for 4 hours, and people
you
would
had to
still
just
there
be
and
there.
wait for them because there was a business, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I will tell you one more thing. That was awesome. I got to interview Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. Ben, many times over the years, and God, I had the biggest crush on him.
That was gonna be my next question. Who's been the best looking in person?
He is so freaking dreamy.
Oh my God, he looks so freaking dreamy.
Unbelievable. There is that when you get in his presence, like they say that a lot of times with presidents too, like you feel the kind of like the energy of this person, how charismatic they are. Ben Affleck, I melt. I can't even, it's like hard to look at him in the eye. I melt. He is charming, he is sweet, he's everything you would want him to be. And like, and he was dating J-Lo at the time, the second round, like about to get just fun, super dynamic. Always, if I would ask him about Jen, he would dance around it, but in a cute way, not offended.
Have you ever interviewed Jennifer?
No, but I've been on red carpets with her and things before. She's,
What do you think?
no, I don't mean to sound like, oh, I've been on red carpets. Like,
I know what you're saying.
carpets
I know
where
what you're
she's been-
saying.
I mean, she's gorgeous.
I know.
She's insanely gorgeous, and she's been in the business a long time. And I just think anyone who's been doing it for that long, like, kudos, because it's again, when we talk about with the changing of the industry and everything. I mean, if you have that kind of stamina, you're doing something right. You know?
I feel like her selling alcohol was so far off though. Off her brand.
Because she doesn't
She
even
doesn't
drink.
drink.
That's
Yeah.
the point where I was like, oh, I can tell you're just going on trend. What everyone's doing, and
Right.
it feels very like.
Listen, people
cringe.
are allowed to misstep here and there, right? Like that's another thing. Don't always have to be perfect all the time, but I mean, she's still J Lo.
I've just not heard great things about her, so that
Really?
also just was like, okay, sounds like a
And
little more on trend with her.
Everyone does have different experiences, right? Like we wake up and some days are good, some days are bad. I remember all the Blake Lively interviews. I was like so mortified. That's kind of like an Anne Hathaway too. It's like I was so like watching Blake in these interviews that were being posted,
That are
and
so
I was
cringy.
like, things like that have happened to me, like where I felt like, oh my God,
So uncomfortable.
Oh, it's just terrible. It is kind of, and people can wake up in a bad mood and have a bad day and whatever, but you would hope, being in a position of power like that, that you would show up to the interview, and even if you're not like your best,
Yeah.
at least not
Be
be
gracious.
a jerk.
Yeah.
Right. I was going to tell you about Ben and Matt Damon when they were doing an interview, whatever, a long time ago. Billy Bush, this was years ago when I was at Access, he was supposed to do the interview, and they didn't show up. And he's like, okay. And I was 23 years old and just started there. Yeah. And I was like, I'm not even prepped for this. And I got to interview them.
Oh, that's so fun.
So that also was kind of like a
amazing
highlight.
moment.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Tell us a little bit now, like about your podcast and where our listeners can find you, and follow you, and listen.
Okay, so spread out all over the place. It's like all little clips
everywhere.
now. No, just like I don't know where to send anybody anymore. You guys probably have a similar thing. Okay, so I'm going to send them to YouTube, and it's Not So Hollywood on YouTube. I think the show, I don't even know. On Instagram, we're Not So Hollywood _ the show. And this year we have some really fun interviews. Elizabeth Chambers, who was married to Armie Hammer, and a friend. She's amazing. She's reinvented her life many times and has a hit show on Netflix. James Sexton, who's the #1 divorce attorney in America. He's incredible. Wow. He talks a lot about divorce and the pitfalls, and he wrote a book that's like, if you're in my office, it's too late. Oh. So that's great. Yeah. He's a really good interview. We just did Jillian Barberie, who I grew up being a huge fan of.
On the
She's
news.
amazing.
Yeah.
And
I
her
love
story
watching her.
also, she's been through hell and back and still has a smile on her face. And who else? Okay, so one of my favorites is Dan Buettner. Do you guys know him?
I was just listening to that episode this morning, actually. All the longevity, blue zone stuff. It's fascinating.
We had him last year and he did really well. And then we had him this year and we're friends as well. And he's just such a knowledgeable, incredible man. So do you know about the blue zones?
Yes,
5
I've
places
heard
in
of
the
it.
world where people live the
Yeah.
longest.
Like,
Okinawa, Japan, and Sardinia, and Loma Linda, California, because they're all vegans. Yes, because they're all Seventh-day Adventists.
Wow.
And they're vegan and don't smoke or drink, and just so it talks about the commonalities. It's super interesting.
Awesome.
We have Ross McCall coming up. We have so we have a lot of fun interviews.
Awesome.
Congratulations. Well, this was so fun.
So
but
fun.
before you go, will you play a game with us?
Hell yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So it's never have I ever, truth or dare, but spill the pudding or dare to dip.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to ask questions.
Do I like drink
5
something?
fingers.
No, you're going to pick a truth or a dare.
Oh, those are fun.
So if you've done it, put your finger down, and the first one to have 5 fingers down
Does the truth
does
or
the
dare.
truth or dare.
Oh. Okay, gotcha.
All right.
I think I got you. Okay. I'm really bad with
5
directions.
fingers first, truth or dare
If
second.
you've done it, put a
If
finger
you've done it, put it
Talk
down.
you through it.
Never have I ever tried to guess someone's password.
Oh, I have. For sure.
I don't think I have.
Oh,
Wow.
what an honest.
I tried to guess my husband's even though he's given it to me.
Same,
I'm like, what is it again? I don't know.
Never have I ever ignored someone I knew in public.
I mean, who hasn't?
Obviously.
Never have I paid for a workout class but didn't attend.
Always.
Definitely.
Pilates.
Never have I ever made out with someone famous.
Never.
Me too.
Wait, everyone has or
No,
has?
I did.
I don't think
You haven't?
Oh, I have an
Famous?
athlete though, not.
Yeah,
Somebody
famous.
in the real
famous.
world.
Yeah, an athlete.
I have a list of people I'd like to make up with that are famous. None crossed off yet.
Okay, never have I ever sent a DM to a celebrity and immediately regretted it.
I've sent many, not many, but like many.
She doesn't regret it.
I don't regret
it, exactly.
I don't regret it. I'll send it to like women, celebrities. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're awesome. I love you. When I've had maybe a few glasses of wine and then.
Never have I ever joined the Mile High Club.
Does that include oral?
Ooh.
Sure. Wow, you're giving me a blowjob in the bathroom?
Let's go, girl.
Not even.
Ooh.
We'll stop.
Wait,
Never,
it's my husband today. So
that's
there we
good,
go.
that's
That's good.
never have I ever lied to get a job.
Oh, lied to get a job. For sure. You've never lied on your resume to get a job?
Not really.
No.
You've never
Too much
bluffed?
anxiety.
I'm scared. I'm totally scared.
Oh my god.
Okay. Never have I ever pretended to be on the phone when I wasn't.
Oh, me.
Me too.
You get to do it
Okay.
What do I do?
because you're the guest. You get to dare to dip or
Spill the pudding.
Okay, so what does that mean? Like dare to
truth
dip
or,
is what?
truth or dare?
Do you want to pick a truth?
A dare.
A dare. Okay. All right. Sing your best opera voice.
Can you see?
No, my voice is terrible, but I sing. Oh God, what do you want me to
I don't
sing?
even know how to sing. I'll just start.
Oh, just that?
Yeah, opera.
Wait, do re mi fa sol la
Good.
ti.
That's
That was so off key.
Great.
Do re mi fa sol.
You're doing it in front of non-musicians, so we're highly impressed.
I love it. You should hear us. That was really good.
Well, thank you for being here. We had the best time.
Thank
So
you
much.
so much.
Cheers, guys.
Remember to follow Adrianna and like and subscribe, and we will see you guys next week.
Cheers.